Hello and welcome. Before we write a single line of code, we are going to answer two fundamental questions that will set the stage for everything we learn. What is a programming language? How does a computer actually understand us as humans? To clearly understand the term language, let's go back to basics and define what language truly is. Language is simply a tool for communication. In our daily lives, we use natural languages like English, Arabic, or Japanese. Using your native language, you can easily communicate with people who understand it. But this raises an important question. Can I communicate with someone who doesn't know my language or someone whose language I don't know? The answer is simple. Yes, you can. How? Let me show you with a living example. Look at these two ladies. One is from Japan and the other is from Great Britain. They don't understand a single word of each other's language. The British lady asks, "Tell me your name." But it's no use. She doesn't get the answer she is looking for because there is no understanding. So is there a solution to make this communication process successful? The answer is yes. The solution is an interpreter, a translator who understands both languages perfectly. Let's watch the scene again. This time, the British lady asks the same question. The interpreter immediately translates her question into Japanese. The Japanese lady understands and replies, "Hanako." The result, Hanako. The British lady got the information she wanted. So yes, with the help of an interpreter, we can create a successful communication link. So what is the conclusion here? We now understand what language is and how we can use an interpreter to communicate successfully, even when the original language are different. Now this is where things get interesting. Did you know that besides natural languages, there are also formal languages? What does that mean? Well, if you ever been to school, you have already used a formal language. Think about language of mathematics or chemistry. These are formal languages created by humans for a specific purpose. And this brings us to the main point. A programming language is a formal language. Did you know that a computer has its own native language? Did you know if you have an interpreter between us and the computer, we can communicate even more precisely and successfully than we can with natural languages? What makes it so much more precise and easy? I will answer these questions one by one. Is it possible to say, can we use formal languages to communicate, for example, mathematics? Yes, look at this scenario. If you write 3 plus 4 on a piece of paper for someone who cannot hear, they will understand and write back 7. Our main goal here is programming, so let's ask the computer that the same question: how do we tell a computer to solve 3 plus 4? In our live example, the interpreter needed to understand both languages to translate the message perfectly. It's the same for us. We need an interpreter that understands both Python and our computer's native language. Is it difficult to get one? The answer is no. It is very easy. We just need to go to the Python official website and download the interpreter. Think you have a Python interpreter on your computer. Great. Now that we have our interpreter, we write our code in a Python file. For example, print 3 plus 4. Next, we ask our new interpreter to deliver this message. The interpreter takes our code and translates it into the computer's native language. It sends this translated message to the computer's brain, the CPU. This is what that language looks like. This is machine language, and it's what that computer truly understands. Finally, the CPU executes this code and gives us our result, the number 7. Now think back to our live example with the British and Japanese ladies. I want you to notice the parallel. Earlier, I mentioned that communication through a programming language is far more precise, successful, and easier than through natural languages. Why is that? Let me tell you. In natural languages, some words have more than one meaning, which can sometimes create confusion. For example, consider these words. Left can mean the opposite of right, or it can mean to have departed from a place. Later, light, and so many words. In a programming language, this kind of ambiguity doesn't exist. Every keyword and every symbol is fixed and has one and only one specific purpose.